How am I supposed to run a stable in these conditions? Clan Shuttle hasn't even sent their promised mounts yet. Sell here and now.
He paid you back, and with interest? About time. Maybe he finally sold some of those trinkets he loves so much.
I ain't complaining and I ain't asking questions. I'm just glad I finally got paid. It's a good day, friend. I've got gold in my pocket and a full mug in my hand. So what can I do for you? I don't see how that's any of your business. And if you're thinking of trying to rob me, well, think again. I need this gold for my daughter. Now leave me be or I'll hit you with my mug. Oh, why didn't you just say so? Being all mysterious and scaring a person half to death? So, why are you looking for Gulag? By Trinimax deformed toe, if this gold is illegal, my Shilha needs her potions. All right, let's try this. If you forget all about what we were discussing, then I might have information that will help you. Do you agree? Right. You never heard this from me, but Gulag left here a little while ago to talk to those Khajiit traders. You know, the ones who showed up recently? And if nothing else, you should be able to smell them. He wears some kind of fancy fragrance, says it keeps the spirits docile. The Khajiit sold it to him. You ask me, it smells like a dead horker left out too long in the sun. Follow that scent and it'll lead you right to him.
No charge to have a look.
Won't you take pity on me?
is almost enough to make this one want to stop dealing with him.
Arusha would agree, except for all the gold he gave us. He's got the luck of Joan and Jode, even if he smells like a dead horker.
This one hopes we are blessed with half his luck and twice his gold, but not his scent. This is our spot. Go find your own. We will set up our stall when we're good and ready, and not a moment before. We are new to this city. Where the one we do business with goes, we do not know. But when he left us, he headed east, toward the residential district. Of course, all the districts of this city look the same to this one. Curious, are you? Our business is quite legal, rest assured. Not all Khajiit practice illicit trades, no matter what you may have heard. We sell elixirs of health, cures for illnesses, headache remedies, those sorts of things. That is a word, yes. The best for the best price. You won't find a lower price in the city, once we're actually open. But if it's gulag you seek, just follow the smell. It is quite prominent and it lingers like unwanted house guests.
Eggs. Beautiful, glorious eggs. Get your eggs right here. Scramble them, fry them, hard boil them. You can even throw them at people when they annoy you. You can't do that with a tomato. Well, I guess you could, but an egg works so much better.
Welcome. It gladdens my heart that you have an interest in the history of our land and its people. And you found the notice. Wonderful. Of course, the House of Orsimer glories will be even more impressive once all the exhibits have been filled. Ha! I knew that was gold well spent. I've already received 20 visitors thanks to those notes. Oh, but where are my manners? Welcome to the newly established Museum of Hrothgar, authorized by the king himself. Oh, most certainly. The House of Orsimer Glories has a simple mandate. We're here to collect historic treasures related to the Orcs and the Orsimer nation. But I am a simple scholar. I have no aptitude when it comes to searching for ancient relics. I'm not one to turn away an honest helper, but before I ask you to go traipse around in search of historic treasures, why don't you take this downstairs and put it on display? It's the Agra Krun, the Blood Shield. It was recently donated to the museum by an anonymous adventurer, and I can't wait to put it on display. It will be one of our best attractions. You mean as curator? That's an interesting story. I guess you could say that I'm a city orc, born and raised in Wayrest, educated at the finest Breton academies. King Kurog and I met during his travels, and when he offered me this museum, I said yes. Oh, you mean the clan tattoo? Yes, well, I guess you could say that was a gift of sorts. I toured the various clan strongholds when I first arrived, and Chief Bosrog of the Farun clan insisted that I allow his wise woman to mark me. The king wants to preserve and display the culture and history of this land. He believes that a museum is an integral component in the rebuilding of Orsinium and the establishment of the Orsimer kingdom, and I heartily agree. The name means blood shield in the Orcish tongue. The shield belonged to the legendary shield wife, Bagrar Trollslayer. She distinguished herself as the first protector of Malakas's faithful, during the time of the Backloggery blood purge. I appreciate your help. You wouldn't believe how much goes into getting the museum ready for visitors. Just preparing the displays was a tremendous amount of work. If you're interested, I have a lead on another piece we're seeking, Uzdabich's helm. Have you heard of the mountain called Sorrow, along the northern border of Hrothgar? According to the Burska clan's oral tradition, the helm was last seen in that area. Just be careful. The mountain and the land around it is decidedly treacherous. This one gives me chills. The helmet was worn by the legendary orc hero Uzdabich, who single-handedly slew 1001 Redguards during the Battle of Faran Pass. Little known fact, Uzdabich might have been a woman. For the time period, I'd say so. And even now, as Hrothgar struggles with the clashing cultures of city and stronghold, examples such as this go a long way toward making the king's point. Besides, a little scandal always attracts visitors.
Well,
bath is ours for as long as we want. I paid in advance.
You didn't have 2 gold pieces to rub together last time I saw you, Gulag. What changed?
Fortune happened. Do the same, feel better. Ah. And who might you be? Go find another bathhouse. I hired this one for the entire day.
I'll let you deal with this, Gulag, darling. I'm going to go and get something to drink.
What's this about? If you aren't here to use the baths, it must be about my tonics. Well, I can assure you, my tonics are guaranteed to cure whatever ails you. Just takes time. And multiple applications. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a loyal subject of the king. I don't have anything to do with any damn Winterborn. No, I can explain. The people of this city, I made a deal for them. Gold from the Winterborn allows me to produce my tonics at a fraction of the cost. I'm doing this for the people. The outlying clans, they're enemies of this city and our king. Their chiefs refuse to accept the king's rule. They'd rather stay stuck in their old ways and traditions. Meanwhile, the poor of this city can't afford medicine. I'm saving lives. A small price to pay for a larger gain. I've been loyal to this city since before you outsiders started arriving. You have no right to judge me. Fine. What's the use? See what happens when you just try to help? The supplies were sent to Frostbreak Fortress. That's where the Winterborn warlord, Yorfan Iceheart, plans to regroup his forces. I'm sure he's guarding the supplies personally. Do what you will. My tonics are out in the city now, getting to the people who need them. Sure, I won't be able to enjoy the rest of my gold, but I accomplished what I set out to do.
Once again, welcome to Orsinium. I look forward to working with you on this grand endeavor. Ah, another traveler arrives in our grand city. Welcome, welcome. Are you one of the chosen? Do you bear the letter from the Forge Mother? I am a High Priestess of Trinimac, serving in Orsinium's temple. Like you, I'm here at the request of Forge Mother Alga to help revive the ancient traditions of truth, honor, and unity. I also greet new arrivals. Tell me, how is your journey? We've received similar reports. Just one of a series of unfortunate incidents that we plan to rectify. Orsimer soldiers and even the king himself are looking into this. King Korog believes that even those who refuse his rule must be cared for. Truly, perhaps we can still recover the supplies the clans need to survive the winter. The decision to invite outsiders to our land has already reaped untold benefits. Tell me, where have the Winterborn hidden the supplies? You located the stolen supplies and uncovered our betrayer. Trinimac surely sent you to us in our time of need. Take this reward for helping our people. And you must present yourself to Forge Mother Alga. Look, here she comes now.
Is this one of the outsiders who responded to my invitation, High Priestess?
Yes, Grand Forge Mother.
Thank you, Solgra. I will speak to the outsider now. Come, outsider. We have much to discuss. So our ambassador finally found you. Took a damn time. But you're here now, and that's what counts. Welcome to Orsinium. Amazing how fast we rebuilt the place, isn't it? Orsimer can do anything when we work together. The damn Reachmen and their foul magic. It provides the Winterborn with an unlimited number of soldiers to send against us. Even so, our soldiers have dispatched all but one of their warlords. That bastard, Yothon Iceheart. Where are the supplies? Trinimac smiles upon us then. My son, King Korog, has already traveled to Frostbreak Fortress to deal with Warlord Iceheart directly. Without a strong leader, the Winterborn threat will fade away. You must go and tell the king about the supplies. There are two things my son can't resist: food and battle. When he learned of Iceheart's location, he rushed to deal with the warlord personally. Help him end the threat and recover the supplies. The unification of the Orc clans depends on it. The Winterborn pose a threat to all of Hrothgar. Yothon Iceheart in particular has long been a thorn in our side. The king issued the order to invite you to our land. If the Winterborn are defeated thanks to that order, the clans will take notice. Of course, but many of our best warriors are off helping the Alliance. Besides, the other clan chiefs are too busy seeking their own glory. My son needs someone at his side who has nothing to prove. Someone without an axe to grind. Someone like you. The accursed Winterborn of the Reach. Under the Longhouse Emperors, they dominated these mountains.
But the mountains belong to us now. We've driven the cowards back, but their leader, Yorfon Iceheart, still lives. It's time to change that. You can find my son at the camp outside Frostbreak Fortress. It's an old Breton fort southwest of Orsinium. We've been laying siege to the place for weeks, but Iceheart and his rats have burrowed deep. Go and help my son exterminate the vermin. This is Orsinium. Don't you know our traditions? Kurog is king, the chief of our clan, and every clan far and wide. When it comes to war, he's in command. Everything else is better left to the capable skills of his mother and wives. Oh yes, and many times over, just like any other clan chief. Noroga the Huntwife, Tuga the Forgewife, Baratal the Hearthwife, and he has a few shield wives as well. They're all fine young women. Kurog's been well matched. I've seen to that. High Priestess Solgra? Oh, we couldn't have done any of this without her. She upholds the ancient traditions, traditions we sorely need right now. With her help, we will restore the true religion of the Orsimer, the religion of Trinimac. Trinimac the warrior, the paragon. Once he was our patron, our god. He encompasses the true ideals of the Orsimer. Strength, honor, and unity. Talk to High Priestess Solgra. She speaks of Trinimac with more elegance and passion than I can manage.
Did you really meet Isgramor himself?
This one shouldn't be here. It was Agolus who stole from the king, not poor Zabani. Zabani met Agolus on the way to Orsinium. Many dangers line the road, so we traveled together. We celebrated our arrival with drinks. When this one returned from the privy, the guard accused Zabani of stealing from the king. Of what? She does not know. Gone. Zabani was a fool to trust him. This one remembers he mentioned his camp. Why would a traveler have a camp unless he was a bandit? Please, free Zabani. She has nowhere else to turn. Agolus always wrote in a journal. Zabani is certain his plans to frame her are within. This one saw a map inside his journal to his bandit camp. Not far. This one can show you. Please, find the journal and prove Zabani's innocence. Zabani enjoyed walking behind him. It was like watching the rolling ocean. This one is not usually distracted in such a way. Perhaps Agolus relied on this to trick her. Zabani does not know. They will not tell her. They say it was the king's property, but will not explain. This one thinks she will rot in this cell until it is found. or until she is proven innocent.
Stay away from the bars. The Khajiit's claws aren't filed down. If you lose an eye, it's your own fault. She knows. They tell me enough. There's a place in town called the King's Corner Club. The guard arrested her for stealing from there. Something that belongs to the king. That's all I know. No idea. Some of King Kurog's favorite things are inside that club. Between you and I, the guard wants to keep this quiet until they find out whatever it is. If the king doesn't notice it's missing, there's no problem. A witness reported her to the guard, saw her take the object before heading to the privy. She could have hidden it then. Eventually, she'll tell us where it is. Until then, she stays in here. I don't know, some elf. I have prisoners to watch. Be on your way or join her in the cell.